New grading company, let's check them out. Yesterday, I heard about a new grading company. They're called Pure Graded X. They were on the Personal Finance Dad's channel on YouTube. He talked about them earlier in the morning, and then later in the evening, he had I guess the owner of the company on and went over some things. I liked most of what I heard. However, I'm not going all in yet. They are an AI grading company where they scan the card in. Then the computer does a grading. I think that's what I'm not really clear on. That's why I'm not buying in all the way. All the way. I'm not 100% sure if a computer program does a scan, and then a person comes behind them and looks at the scan and confirms it, or it gets scanned in and then the person looks at the scan. I'm kind of confused on that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna rewatch it because it was late at night when it was on, and try to understand a little bit more about it. But with any new grading company, as long as they have the good price point, I'm willing to check them out. So I did submit for two. I was got two spots to send in a submission. And so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to show you the cards I'm going to submit first, and then take you to my screen, and I'll show you their website and the process and all that good stuff. The two cards I chose, first one is a 2003 Ray Allen. Let me get that out of the shine for you. Sorry about that. It is a Ray Allen upper deck. It is, I believe, a rookie. Yep, it is a rookie. Numbered out of 2000, as you can see there. All right. Again, it's a test card, so I didn't want to send anything big or major in, just something kind of middle of the road there to see, see what the process is going to be like. Getting it submitted, getting it mailed to them, going through their process, and then getting it back to me and looking at the grade. Second card I'm going to send in is a 1997 Allen Iverson Skybox Z-Force. Again, really clean card for me. To me, it's that middle of the tier, not quite PSA quality right now due to their price point, but not low enough to go to something like CSG or something like that. Kind of in the middle of the road, so that's what I wanted to do is two middle of the road cards. So those are the two cards. Now, I'm going to take you to my screen and show you their website and go through the process. And kind of one of the big things I think they have going for them is kind of different than everybody else. I think a lot of the other graders, they focus on the card, and which is of course the focal point. But the other part of the slab is the label, and so they're very much focused on like what the label is going to look like. So let's go to the screen and check it out. Okay, here it is. The website is puregradedx.com, and this is their website. Again, I heard about these through Personal Finance Dad. I'll put a link in the description below to the video of the owner. I believe it was the owner of the company, kind of going through the process and all that stuff. So it's Pure Graded X, as you can see here. This is where you would submit. Let's roll down through here. So new grading company, new process, innovation meets transparency, excuse me, in the grading industry. So big old long thing here, but essentially it says right here they're going to do 4K resolution scans of the and photography with use of virtual grading, so we can assure to meet the best timeline requirements and demands for our slabs. So notifications on where you're carded in the grading process at all times. So one of the things this gentleman talked about yesterday is every time your card moves to the next process, you're going to get a notification. All right, custom labels, and I believe this is where they are going to try to separate themselves from everybody else. So if you get a perfect 10 on all four of the scales, and I'll show you the scales here in a minute, you're going to get a custom label, and I'll show you what the labels look like here in just 1 second. We'll get through this. All right, so right now, the next line, it talks about the pop report. All right, one of the things he said right now is their pop report is not what they want it to be. It is going to expand and get better, which I do think is one area from listening and also, going through their website. It does need to improve, and I'll show you that here in just 1 minute. Enhanced security slabs. I think they all kind of say kind of the same thing. I think that's more of a sales pitch. I think a slab, any slab can be cracked and open. All right, so 1, 2, 3 grading process. Grader reviews the card and is the person taking the photos and scans. Not only assures the scans are gradable, which that's the part I don't understand. Are they going to grade the scans? Or they're going to actually grade the card itself. All right, so they'll assure your scan are gradable, but not highlights the things on the print lines and dings, so the virtual does not miss defects on the surface of the card. And they might, from just viewing a simple scan from front and back. So that's the part that I'm kind of like, are they going to grade the scan, or are they going to be grading the actual card? That's the part right there. I'm not really clear on. Once the grade is assigned, relevant marking scans and photos are uploaded to our database, and the card and set that will be used to ensure accuracy each time we get a card from that year in that set. So essentially, one of the other things they're trying to do is the common flaws that are on cards. I believe they were one of the ones they used was for as an example was a Patrick Mahomes. Apparently, there's a card that has the same exact flaw, like on top of his shoulder or something like that. I don't really know. I don't remember if they said the card, but I don't know the card that they're speaking of. But apparently, that's a common flaw, and so they're going to take stuff like that into account. Weekly submission series. Contest gives out free submissions, sample slabs, and free custom grading. So there looks like there'll be some contests. Submission series 1, April 30th, 2 base label options. So they have a Splash X and an X collection, and this is where they start talking about all the different slabs that they're going to have. So I highly recommend that you kind of go back in and read some of this. X collection will be updated every 30 to 60 days. And to keep the labels fresh and add some rarity on the pop report to some cards graded with certain labels. All right, committed to quality, of course, and satisfaction guarantee. I think all websites have that type of, or all grading companies have some type of, commitment to quality statement and a satisfactory statement. And so, as you can see here, here are the labels. I believe this label here in the middle here. And on the right-hand side, I believe these are the standard labels that you're going to see. So when you submit a card, here are your standard labels. I believe here, this is kind of going to be the more custom one. And also, too, there are custom ones based upon, I believe, the team and the player that you can option into. All right, so here are your submissions. You've got a $25. It's a 30 to 45 day. Then you have Express, which is 3 to 7 business days, which is $100. And then you have your bulk, which is 30 to 45 days, which is $400. I don't remember the quantity. We'll click on that here in a minute and go into it. This product, this is the only 3 things I have right now. So clicking this it just takes you to these 3 things. All right, so waiting on somebody to review them on Google, and then down here at the bottom, they have a contact. Now, I will say, from experience, I reached out to them. I had an issue with my submission. It was a big issue. And I got a response from them within about 10 minutes. So it was really, really nice to hear back from somebody real quickly. So let's check out each one of the featured products, which essentially is their submission. So the first one is their standard submissions, 30 to 45 business days, $25 a piece. There are limited amounts. I'm not sure. I don't remember how many he said, but there's limited amounts on the first go around. Use this option to, you're sending in less than 20 cards. Choose the amount of cards you would like to submit from the up and down. Upgrade as many labels as you want to customize for only $5. Free grading upgrades if you receive 10 subgrades. And so we'll look at the subgrades here in a minute. Their subgrades are held within their pop report. I'll show you that in a little bit. And submissions from along with shipping instructions and start to finish will be emailed to you once you have finished checkout. This was the issue I had. I did not get that email, so I sent them a thing through the contact, and within 10 minutes, they said, "Oh, sorry, something happened," and they sent me the email. Next one we're going to look at is their bulk submission. Again, it's at 30 to 45 business days, $400 per bulk submission. In that bulk submission, you get 20 cards, right? So it's $20 a card, save $5. Same turnaround time. $20, or excuse me, 20 bulk orders will be allowed for the submission in Series 1. I think what that means is that for the first series or the first go around of submitting cards, right now, one person can only submit 20 cards. You can't have more. I don't think they'll let you have more than one. Is one of these is what I think that means from what I understood. What the gentleman said last night. All right, submit one series bulk submission with the highest average grade per card will receive 5 free label vouchers to use in their next submission. So that means you'll get if you. I'm not really sure what that means here. Where bulk submissions with the highest average grade per card will receive 5 free custom label. I think that's some type of contest that they're doing. That if you send in a bulk submission of 20 cards, you're competing with anybody else who sends in a bulk submission, and if you get the highest average, you'll win 5 free custom vouchers. I believe that's what that he said. I think he said that last night as well. All right, and then there's express submission. Their express submission is 3 to 7 business days. It's $100. I think you can do as many as these as they have available, and don't remember the number. I do think it's part of the 1,000 that there are 1,500. 1,500 is the number. He said. I just remembered that. All right, use this option if you'd like your card graded and shipped back to you within 1 to 3 business days. Limited to 100 express orders for. There's only going to be 100 express orders. So if you want an express order with them, get it in quickly. Free custom labels with every express order. Choose your cards wisely. Typically, receive for cards that currently sell for more than $150, graded at 9. We'll have, if you have any questions, whether you should submit a card or not, please be free to contact them on Instagram, right? So those are the 3 submission options you have for them right now. Let's look at their pop report, and I'll show you what it is from this screen right here. You click on a pop report, and it sends you over currently right now. It's changed a little bit to a Google spreadsheet. Now, this is what I'm not really a fan of right now. However, he did say that they're working on it. This is just the best way that they could share it with people right now to get them get them the information that they're looking for. All right, so it's broken down. It's got years here, not in any kind of order yet, as well as names. The fonts and all that are all different and not in any order as well. Brands, same things. The fonts and stuff are different. And so, as well as the parallels. See, this stuff like this just kind of bugs me. So how okay, so these are capitalized, but that one's not, and this one's not here. That type of stuff bugs me. But hey, I digress. All right, so here is the final grade for these cards. All right, now this link, and we'll look at one of these links here in a minute, takes you to a little animated video that shows you the custom label that was made, and we'll look at that here in a minute. All right, so here are your subgrades. So they're doing centering, cornering, surface, and edges. All right, and so this is where you'll find the subgrades in the pop report. Now, I don't know any other company that has a population report that shows you the subgrades. So that is something that is going to try to separate them from everybody else as well, is that they're going to show you the subgrades. So that way, when if this was your Kobe Bryant Fleer card and you got a 7, you're not wondering, well, why did I get a 7? You can go to their pop report and see, well, your corners were a 6.5, as well as your surface was a 6.5, as well as your edges. So you'll know exactly why. So I think this, once they get into a more kind of user-friendly format, will be something that separates them from everybody else. Okay, so I'm going to click on one of these here. I'm going to show you this little animated video that they do. So I'm not completely sure what the point of that is, but it's just something that's going to be in the pop report. Now we're going to check out their About Us page. So this is one of the labels he talked about. This is kind of going to be the type of custom stuff that you can do. So this was for uh, a Ric Flair card that they graded, and they made this custom label for it. And then here has the grades. He showed this in that live, I believe, so it does have all the information. But this is just the base of the label that they created for it. All right, so third-party sports card grading company based in the U.S. Our team consists of experienced card graders, professional sports card hobby enthusiasts, hobby breakers, former athletes, and graphic designs artists. Excuse me. Here at PGX, we create a base and custom slab design with unique flair that is such to catch the attention of the attention your card deserves. Strive for excellence, and our passion is the product. So let's go hunting for pure graded X. You can see here's some of the custom ones. All right, so this is the $5 upgrade that you can get. All right, so designs with collectors in mind. Celebrate your favorite team and player by decking out your slab with one of our X collection labels. All right, so here is it looks like some links to Instagrams and Facebooks and things like that, and partners, I guess, will be coming soon at some point in time. Okay, here is their submission form. Up top here is the personal information. So of course I'm not going to show that to you. All right, so let's see about getting cards submitted in here. I've not done this yet, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. So we'll start with this Allen Iverson, which is a 1997. Tell you what, I'll put this in, a little bit of a time warp here. That way you don't have to see me fumble through or listen to me fumble through this. There we go. Relatively painless. So hopefully that gives them the information. I'm not really sure if this Skybox Z-Force needs to go over here, or as well as the SP Authentic needs to go over here, because neither of these, I believe, this one is an insert, but I don't believe the Z-Force is an insert. I think the Z-Force is the part of the brand. So I'm just going to leave it alone as it is. So we're going to submit the form. If it'll let me scroll down. Have a little technical difficulties here. There we go. And submit. Thank you. Now creating your Jolt form. Thank you for your submission has been received. So that's Pure Graded X. Hopefully I was able to kind of just give you a kind of high level view of them, and let you decide whether or not to go to their website, check them out. I'm going to try it. $50 right now, not that bad as opposed to some of the other grading companies right now. I'm going to give them a shot. I showed you the two cards, but I want to know what are you going to do? What would you do? Would you give this company a shot? I think that right now, based upon the interview that I saw, I'm the only kind of worry that I have is that they might try to do too much in the beginning and maybe bog down their process a little bit, because they're doing these custom labels, and I think they said something about doing some like custom slab type stuff as well, with like emblems or something on the slab. For the first, I think it's for this first round of people, they get some type of custom slab as well. So to me, their pop report needs a lot of help. Google spreadsheets, I work a lot with spreadsheets. They can get messed up real quickly, and it could be a little bit of a pain to rebuild. So I hope that they're moving into something, and he did say that they're moving into something different where it'd be more user friendly on the website. So that's the main thing that I would like for them to see. The things that I do like about them is, of course, custom labels. Custom labels are cool. They'll catch the eye. You set that card out or put that card down in a card show or something like that. Your eyes will be immediately drawn to that slab, versus a PSA slab or a GMA or SGC that just kind of have a blank looking label. I like in the pop report that they're going to put the subgrades in there. So if you don't want the subgrades on your label, they could be in the pop report to show what the subgrades are. That way, when you get the card back exactly why you got the grades you got. So those are the two things I think they've got that's got them separated from the other grading companies, and that's why I want to give them a shot, because I think that if they can keep their hands on it and kind of expand on their custom slab, custom labels, as well as that pop report. I think that's going to separate them from everybody else, but it's going to take time for them to grow. And I get that. And we all should get that. That small company doesn't start up, take their first submission, and before you know it, they're competing with PSA. That's not going to happen. The guy even said, I'm not trying to compete with PSA. I'm trying to be pure graded X, which I really like people who are not trying to be like everybody else. They're trying to be, just their company. So I wish them luck. I'm going to support them at least with the one submission, see how that process goes, and see what happens when I get the cards back. So look for an update video of what I get back from them in the near future, hopefully 30 to 45 days from now. So with that, have a good day and always be safe.